Hey, what's up, traders? Welcome to another episode of Day Trading Recap. Today, I'm going to go over the stocks I trade today. I think I trade about four different stocks today. We're going to go into them. This is going to be a short video, but I just wanted to come and show you guys exactly how we're doing. It was not a base hit day. This is not a home one. This is base hit. But guess what? The same thing I keep saying over and over to you guys. Base hits they add up, right? You keep getting in base hits and base hits and base hits. They add up. That's consistency. All right, let's get into it. We're not going to waste much time because this is gonna be a shorter video. All right, first on the list, this is what we traded. The first one on the list, I'm going to zoom in. Let's maximize the cell so you guys can see it better. Okay, here we go. That's ADTX. That's the one I traded today, ADTX. So this is where I got in on this one. Why did I get in? If you guys are taking a quick look at that, you're going to see that right here. I got in here. Why? As you guys can see here, we had the first move up. When we move up, right, from here to here, that's the first leg. So we had this first leg that happened. So after this leg happened, why my drawing tool is not actually drawing here? Um, Here we go. All right. So we had this first move from here to up there, right? And then we had a pullback. Then this is where I find my opportunity. I find that opportunity right here. It was a quick in and out. Take what I can get from it. Today, because the market, everyone know the market was a little tough today. It was a really deep red day in the border market. So I was not trading with a lot of shares. So I really scaled back. Man, I wish I didn't. Because that would have been a phenomenal day if I did not. I scaled back my shares a lot. And as you could see, we pull right back to the 90 MA, right? So this is a bull flag. That give us what? That give us a bull flag. That's what I talk about, right? All the time. So on that bull flag, if I draw that perfectly, as we're crossing here, we had that first push. Once we came back to that level to retest at around 50% of that, right on that on the 90 MA again, this is where I triggered that trade. I triggered that trade here, and then we pushed up, and then that was it. That was my whole time on here. Okay. Again, let me restore this so you guys can see exactly. I'll show you. You guys can see exactly how much I made from that today. You guys can see that here. Let me try to make this a little bigger so so you guys can see it, because I know right now it's showing just a little small. All right. There you go. You guys can see it right here. So this is what the profit looks like right there. All right. That's the profit. The next one we traded was SCGG. So of all the four that I traded today, I think it was four. Yeah, four. I was actually red on one of them. We'll go into that. It was completely my fault, and I will show you guys how I managed to bungle that. So on this one, we also did good, right? So keep adding those up. That was three something on the last one, 510 on this one, and if we let me just pull that out so you guys can see where I got in on that one. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Right there. Very early, again, very early in the morning. So that stock was one of those that it made a crazy one up, right? It made a crazy one up. There was no entry here for me. I did not trade this. All right. I took no trade here. My trade here was the break of the 9 EMA. That was my trade. My trade was the break of the 9 EMA. And as we close here on that bit of pullback, I got in at that level, and then we pushed up, right? We pushed up to here, right? So you guys can see that. There you go. Then from that we had a pullback to the 9 EMA again, and right there on this candle, I added to that position. and my I know my exit was here, but I actually got out. I believe I got out from like yeah on this candle. This candle. Soon as we get to that level, boom, I was out. I was out again. It's unfortunate I was not trading with a lot. With a lot of shares, but you know what? I'll take the win. I will take it. Again, when you day trading, I know some of you guys may be thinking, well, I thought you'd be mostly been trading the fair value gap. I do, but I have multiple trading strategies, and depending on the way the market or a stock, specific stock is moving, I will employ that strategy to that. So this one was this is a 9 EMA break with continuation, right? With increased volume and continuation. So that's the way I played that one, right? So I have different strategies that I use depending on the stock. But at the end of the day, the most basic things you guys have to constantly remember, right? No matter what strategy you're using, at the end of there are some basics that needs to be consistent, right? You still need to have increased volume, right? You still need to be trading with the trend because I do trend because I just want to take a ride on the trend, right? I'm not trying to find the reversal or the bottom. This is small cap. You guys can see the prices. This is about 465. So these are not things where I'm like, hey, this is a profitable company. I'm going to buy and hold. This is quick in and out. This is the 1 minute chart. That's the 1 minute chart. The next one I traded. Okay, where am I going here? Where are we going? No. Restore sell. The next one I traded was I actually was red on that one, and it was entirely my fault. And I will show you guys what I mean. This is why when you have a strategy, this is why you stick to your strategy, right? You just stick with it, and you don't do anything crazy. Oh, I need to get out of this thing is okay. We need to go on all time. Why am I on demand here? I'm not trying to go on demand. There you go. Boom. We're back. We are back. There you go. All right. This is again. This is why you stick with your strategy and you trade your strategy. And you follow it and you don't break the rules. I broke the rules and I pay for it. And I'm gonna show you guys why. As you guys can see here, again, that was a loss on that one, but it was a small loss. Okay, that's the difference, right? So there was one that was like the win on it was 300 and something. The next one was five something. This one was 141, right? So it's not a big loss or anything like that. This is why what I'm going to show you guys. As I maximize this, right? So this is pure fair value gap trade. This is what kills me with this stock. I was a little busy, so this entire move from down here all the way up there, I wasn't around to take any trade here. This entire move, unfortunately. By the time I came to my desk and I saw it. This is what I was seeing. So I was like, okay, we have a fair value gap here. We're already way up there. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get in, so I'm going to wait, be patient, which is the right thing to do, right? That's the right thing to do. Be patient. But because even though it came to the fair value gap, but it came down with such high volume. Look at this volume spike. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is not the entry here. So I didn't take it. So I just waited. But then it popped up. It gives me what was the other strategy I was talking about. That's the 9 EMA break. We broke the 9 EMA and whatever, but since we were still inside of the fair value gap, and I saw there was some sellers right at that level. I said, okay, we need to break that level first. So when we did break that level, I got in right here. Great entry. I got in, and look at that move. That's a win. But guess what? Guess what, guys? I got greedy. This is the thing I keep preaching. I keep telling you guys don't be too greedy. I got greedy. My eyes got big and I said, hey, this is a great entry. There's momentum. Because take a look at that, right? What do we see here? We can see we have a trend going. So this was a low. Let me get my little tool here. So this was right here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. See, this is why a lot of times I do those reviews on trading view instead. So we have a low here, and then we have a higher low right at this level. So the way I'm looking at it, I say, hey, we're making higher lows, and this is a higher high. So I was waiting for a breakout, right? So I said, hey, you know what? The likelihood of us getting a breakout is actually pretty significant, so I'm going to stay in, even though I could have take my money and won with it. All right. Because when you're trading small cap, let's see, you're trading small cap, and literally that's like two and a half R right there. If I get out right there, but I didn't. He give a false breakout. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait, because I'm still in profit. I'm having a good day. Let me wait and see if we do the break. I actually sat here. I sat here into this entire chop. You guys can see that, right? Let me try to highlight that. I sat here throughout this entire chop, this entire thing. And when I say this entire thing, this is more like say 10, 15 minutes, right? But I stayed in. I stayed here. I stayed here. But then if you're looking at that, what else you seeing? It just keep coming and hitting the fair value gap and bouncing up, hitting the fair value gap and bouncing up. And I stayed in until this is what happened. We had that collapse. So when we had this collapse, again, my rules dictate. First of all, based on my rules, I should have gotten out here. Just take my profit. That's the first rule I broke, right? The second one, when we had that, I should have gotten out. Why? Because we this is a big bearish close below the 9 EMA. I didn't. Why I didn't? Because I'm like, hey, we're still in the fair value gap, so we can still bounce back up. But it doesn't matter. I should have gotten out, and I didn't. And what it did, pretty much, it just consolidated for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, it's consolidating, so it seems like we're about to pop, and it didn't, and it dropped. But the one thing I did respect was a close below the fair value gap. I am out, so I got stopped out at this level. Therefore, I ended up losing $141. All right. Now, the last one I traded as to this. Come on. Last one I traded, as you guys can see here, you guys can see this is the loss, $141, right? Last one I traded, I believe was POLA. That was a small win, a base hit, right on that move. Let's see here. Let me just do that. Um, where are you? Where did you happen? Oh. Just bear with me once. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So for this one, again, I came into the stock a little late, so I did not want to be too aggressive on it. So I came in it just a little late. And this is what happened. Right there. Once again, ball flag. Right. What am I talking about? For those of you, once again, this is the ball flag. We had consolidation here. This was a nice stepping up stock, man. So we had the pole right here, and we had the flag. Flag was done like here, literally right there. And then right on this candle, I got in. I had the push, and on that push, on that big crazy pop, I got out. Unfortunately, this is what happened, right? Unfortunately, so I had this big pop. I said I would try to get out of this big pop, and when I clicked sell, I had slippage. So I could not get out at 374. By the time I hit the sell button, this thing put me out all the way down to 3.22. Like that's a lot of slippage. But anyway, I didn't want to force it. I said, you know what? Hey, I'm just going to take it. And that's how I don't want to say that's when I traded second or third, but I just took it, and I just moved on and say, hey, you know what? The day is the day. It is what it is. I'm just going to take that. You guys can see that wasn't much win over here. Was that was not a base hit, but why did I say base hit add up, right? So I'll take it. It's not a whole lot, but I will take it. So all in all, about 819 bucks just on those. There's a couple of other things I did, but that was like options, so I'm not going to count my option trading on that. This is just the small cap trading. So this is how this end up. Anyway, guys, well, thank you for tuning in. If you like these videos, you want to learn those strategies, I do have some videos on the channel. Make sure to check out those strategies so you can help improve your trading. I do teach that, so if you want to learn, you don't know where to start, just make sure to check me out. You can email me at info at luep dot com. You can email me. There's also a link for the community, for the WhatsApp community right there below in the video. Make sure to click that link. You can join me here. You can message me. Let me know. If you're trading any different strategies, I would love to know what strategies you guys are trading and how you did today. If you did well, I'm happy for you. Today was a very, very, very tough day. I understand that, but it is what it is. We're doing what we do. Again, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. I would really appreciate that. And by the way, I do have a live session every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that is 9 p.m. Eastern time. This is live where I break down the market. This is the border market. I'll go live. It's a full technical analysis breakdown as well as letting you guys know what's going on in the news, so you are aware of what's going on. Again, I will see you guys tomorrow for another review. And for those of you guys that will be on the live, I will see you guys later. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try to address them for you guys.